Hi guys, I'm Melissa, one of the nurse practitioners here at the Atma Clinic. Today we're going to be discussing some surprising, possibly, but effective ways to strengthen immunity going into the cold and flu season. Some of these tips may be a little bit, again, surprising, unexpected, also some probably expected, but all of them are proven. Did you know that 70% of your immune system lies in your gut and the gut lining? That says a lot. Which brings me to tip number 1, optimizing your gut health. A healthy gut acts as a barrier, preventing harmful substances from entering the bloodstream and possibly triggering the immune system. There's a big impact on inflammation. When the gut bacteria are imbalanced, it can trigger that inflammation. This can lead to chronic disease or autoimmune conditions. This is something we may not always think about when we're talking about autoimmune health and the fact that our gut may be leaking and causing some of these things to arise. Diet plays a key role here. It's very important. Eating a diet rich in fiber, fermented foods, foods that have prebiotics, probiotics, yogurt, cottage cheese, kimchi, other vegetables, brine drinks, kombucha tea. They all increase microbial diversity, which then makes the gut and immune system stronger all around. So sometimes this can sound like too much or very daunting, especially from now leading into the holiday season and all of these parties are happening. So this may be difficult to think about fitting all of these types of different foods into your diet and trying to figure it all out. So sometimes a prebiotic or a probiotic supplement may be very helpful for you, but we'll touch on that again later on in the video. On to tip number 2, we need to learn how to embrace stress relief. Stress can alter the number of white blood cells circulating through the body. This can then increase the amount of antibodies that are floating through the blood. So along with this, it can lead to increased inflammation in your whole body and make it hard for the body to fight infection all winter long. Stress can also tell your brain to release different cells that travel all throughout your body, and this then can lead to difficulty with fighting infection or increased risk of infection, and again, autoimmune issues. So speaking of stress, coming up on the holidays, I don't know about you, but it's not always stress relief to be around my family in the holidays. May not be the truth for everyone, but just in case, we're going to discuss some ways that it's going to be helpful to relieve stress during this time. Meditation is a good way to get through some stressful events. Pull yourself aside, woosah, what works for you. Deep breathing is another way, or deep breathing techniques. Multiple different things are taught in yoga or Pilates or other exercise. Just utilize what's there for you, what's been taught, or some other ideas that I'm sure Dr. Sandel has already discussed in previous videos. Journaling or whatever it may be. Honestly, whatever works for you is a great stress relief, albeit healthy. On to tip number 3. I think you guys are going to like this one. Getting enough sleep. Sleep hygiene. So important to your body, your brain, all the things. So, first of all, good sleep creates building blocks for your immune system. It allows different cells to grow, be produced in the body that allow it to potentially fight off infections. There are proteins that are made during sleep, or they promote sleep, and they help your body, again, ward against a common cold. People who get less than 7 hours of sleep per night are 3 times more likely to catch a common cold. Again, I don't know about you, I don't want that. So how are we going to improve sleep? We're going to try to make a calming routine. How do we get through the day and then slow down at night? So circadian rhythm, again, a big thing. We talk about it, probably hear about it a lot. But when the sun goes down outside, try to start dimming lights. Use lamps. If you don't have dimmable lights, get some. It'll just be really helpful to bring your body down. Along with that, we want to start to reduce screen time. The blue light, as you know, causes our body to produce less melatonin, which doesn't allow us to sleep well or fall asleep. So dimming lights, less screen time before bed, noise control. If you stay awake because you hear noises, get some good earplugs. Earbuds are difficult, but also just making sure you have a place to sleep that's nice, comfortable, cool, or you're warm enough not to stay too cold to sleep. But developing this routine that's going to help you calm down in the evening and get ready for a good night's sleep. Tip number 4, supplementation. Vitamins and minerals are going to be very important always, but seasonally, moving into winter, we tend to lack things like vitamin D. We're already not getting outside enough. It's cold, it's not comfortable for some people, and it's just not a good time always to get outside. But, fun fact, 98% of Americans have a vitamin or mineral deficiency. I'm not going to get into all the reasons why, but this is kind of a big deal. This would be a great time for you to find a practitioner if it's not the Atma Clinic, but figuring out who can help you appropriately supplement and what vitamins and minerals you need. Not everyone needs the same thing. I'm sure you've seen on the shelves how overmarketed vitamins, minerals, and some of the supplements are and how confusing all of this information can be. It gets really difficult to figure out what's the best brand, what's the best type, what has extra fillers, what doesn't. So here at the Atma Clinic, we do some extra testing for each individual and figure out a personalized plan, what you need more of, less of, what's absolutely appropriate, not appropriate for each person. For today's final tip, we're going to piggyback off of tip number 4, where we discussed vitamin D, importance of supplementing certain things. So we need to talk about getting outside. I know it's hard. I know. I'm not a fan of this really cold. I'd rather lay in my bed under the covers and stay nice and warm, next to a fire maybe. But we need to figure out some ways to get some fresh air, get some sunlight in our eyeballs, vitamin D as much as we can absorb outside. So we have our typical ways, right? It's the holiday, it's cold. Hopefully there's snow and makes it more worthwhile and beautiful. But we can build a snowman. Okay, let's go sledding, snowball fight, whatever works. But some other ways, tips, layer up, gloves, scarf. If you need to, cover your face and your mouth, your ears with a hood, a bigger coat. There's places to get those that it's not very expensive. So even just to go outside and get some exercise. Bring a hot drink. Or if you have a friend and you're going to try to do something outside fun, maybe do a fire pit, friends, family, have people over, enjoy it together, hopefully not be miserable together. You get the point. We're going to also try to shoot for sunny days. It's not sunny all the time, so let's take advantage of the days it is. Enjoy. That's it for today. I hope you guys found some of these tips at least useful, some of the information handy, but now I want to hear from you. I need more ideas. If you have more ideas or if you've used these tips, tell me what you do. Has it worked? Did it help with your immune system or help you decrease your risk of getting colds, flu, whatever it may be? Let me know. I'm open for it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope some of these tips were useful or you find them useful going into winter. I don't know if you noticed, this is my first video. I am not very good yet at being comfortable in front of the camera. Talking to myself in front of a camera is so very weird to me. We'll get there. Stay tuned. If you've tried some of these tips and you still find yourself sick, look for our video linked in the description below and learn about a Myers cocktail. Again, if you find yourself sick, a Myers cocktail is a great way to get you through your symptoms and back on your feet more quickly. Don't forget to like, subscribe at the Atma MD. Thanks!